What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I got a really good treat for you guys. I'm super excited about this one today. Behind me is a 1998 240 SX and the proud owner. I got Kyle here. We actually linked up at Tokyo Auto Salon when we went to the underground JDM car meet. Come to find out, we're actually pretty close to each other here in Miami, Florida, a few exits down from each other. So we linked up finally. It's been a long time coming, and we're gonna dive into this car. He is the guy, the S chassis guy, maybe even the Nissan guy here in South Florida. But I'm gonna flip the camera around and we're gonna get into his beautiful Laguna Seca 1998 240 SX. We've been talking about this for what?
About a year.
About a year, and then COVID kicked off, but I'm finally here and we finally got the car here. Got some time, and I really appreciate you taking the time out. Tell me about the car, man. I know you got articles on it, super street feature. Yeah. You got the magazine right here.
Yes, sir.
This car, I told him before we started filming, I was like, I'm a little nervous. It's like a celebrity car, all right? This is like probably like my favorite S chassis I've seen online on Instagram. I've been following you for a while, but actually in person, this thing is beautiful. So
nothing to be nervous about. I'm probably the most laid-back person anybody that ever meets me. You know, don't ever be intimidated. You see me at a show, you see me anywhere, just come say hello. I'm very easy to talk to. I'm not stuck up. You know, I want to talk to you. I don't care if your car's stock.
You're not like a typical Miami guy, bro.
No. Hey, well, born and raised in Miami. I don't like that big ego thing.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So this is my 1998 Nissan 240 SX, of which I am the original owner. It was actually my second S chassis. I had a Zenki 96 that somebody ran a red light and totaled in 1999.
Oh man.
So unfortunately in 99, the 240s were already discontinued. It was either going to be that or a FD, but FDs were already discontinued as well. So I actually got lucky. My mother, who actually got me into cars with her three MK3 Supras.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, thanks, Mom.
Yeah, she's got good taste.
She gets a shout out in the first paragraph of Super Street. So thanks to Mom, she found a 98 240 SX still brand new in the dealer lot. And she called me into her room, told me to come check it out. And within like half an hour, we were already in the car to go buy it. So Jason and I were actually supposed to meet a year ago. Yes.
A year ago.
Yes, but schedules did not work out. We ended up meeting a million miles away in Shibuya at the Copays meet.
Yeah.
When you see me in his video driving up in that white FD.
Yeah, I had the S2000 and we got it from the same dealership. So
yes.
Small world.
Yes.
From 305 land. And
if you're gonna go to Japan, how can you not rent a cool ass car?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yes. So I will give these to you, my friend, because these were a long time coming.
Oh man.
Number 26, you know, to go with your tag was already taken. However, here's 62. That's the best I could do.
Hey, it's close enough, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate. Oh no. Hey, it's official.
Yes.
I've been waiting on this. I was supposed to get it in Tokyo, but we were so busy.
Yes.
Tokyo Auto Salon. You were running around. It was your first time in Tokyo.
Yes.
Like a little kid in a candy shop, right?
2 weeks in Tokyo was never enough. I already want to go back. Me and my wife both had an amazing time. It was fantastic. So here you go, and some stickers. Dude. That's every sticker I have right now.
Awesome. These are awesome right here.
Yes.
Do you sell these?
I will soon.
Okay. So these stickers he gave me, he actually goes around, well, he hands them out, and then people pretty much sticker bomb wherever they're at. And I know you put one, was it Shibuya Crossing?
They're everywhere.
You put them everywhere.
I've got about 100 in Harajuku on Takashita Street, and I love it because I get tagged on Instagram all the time by people who spot them.
Dude, that's so cool. It's like geocaching.
It is. It's traveling the world via sticker. I give them out. They've been all around the world. I've got somebody who's taken them to Dubai. I took them to Japan. They're in Hawaii. Almost every 50 states. They're in the UK. I mean, I got one guy almost got arrested putting a sticker next to the Coliseum in Rome. True story.
That's awesome though, man. That's awesome. And I see you got one. We got one in here, but we'll get to the engine here in a second. So.
All right, so you want to walk around?
Yeah, let's check this thing out, man. People are probably itching to see this thing.
So like I said, I am the original owner of this car. It is a 98 Nissan 240 SX. The reason you see it blue and with a black bay is the car was originally black. In 2001, I laid eyes on a E46 M3 in Laguna Seca blue.
Dude, love the color.
Instantly fell in love with the color. And I couldn't afford an M3 at that time. They were like 50, 60 grand.
Oh yeah.
But I could afford a paint job.
That's true.
I wanted to be the first S chassis to have this color, and to my knowledge, I was.
Are you the only one, or have you seen a few others?
People have been around since then, but nobody that I know before me.
Okay.
And I don't have a problem with it. It is what it is. As long as I knew I was the first one, I'm happy with it.
There you go. There you go.
But I've seen a lot of them. I've seen a lot of different colors around, but this is still my favorite after all these years. Painted in 2002, and I try my best to make it still look good.
Dude, for a 2002 paint job, whoever did it, I know it wasn't Mako.
No, it was not. It was not. I actually took the car apart completely. I stripped it down because I wanted blue everywhere. If you look anywhere under anything, it's blue. The only thing I left black was the engine bay because I wanted to do this. I had this idea from the beginning to do black and polished, and I wanted to have a little accent there where you'll see, shout out to my sponsor, Dress Up Bolts. I have the neochrome titanium bolts, nuts, and just about anywhere you could look. I mean, they're on the pulleys, they're on the intake manifold, anywhere I could think to put them, they are. They're on the interior. They hold all the aero on. It's one of those things. I try to be details. Even got one hidden washer here behind the Nismo that nobody notices.
Little Nismo touches everywhere too. I noticed that right off the bat.
Yeah, I wanted to go Nismo on the whole car, but that would get ridiculous. So I said, you know what? I'll go all Nismo on the interior. Okay. So we'll take a pop inside. So on the inside, first off, Nismo 330 steering wheel with the neochrome dress-up bolts. Nice. This is my favorite size. 330 is just the most comfortable in my hands. Dude,
I have a 330 OMP on my Evo, and I love it. People are like, oh, it's such a small steering wheel. If you've never driven on a 330, go. That's it. Go get one. Yeah, yeah.
Now, if I go to a 360, I had bought a 360 Nismo, and I felt like I was driving a school bus.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It was just too much. Okay, so I have that paired to the, gotta have the Works Belt quick release.
Nice.
Neochrome, got the Vertex turn signal extension, something that people ask me all the time. When that steering wheel is on, look how far I am from that turn signal. So those extensions really pop.
There you go.
Down below, got the Nismo pedals. Those were actually quite fun to install. My wife was sitting there holding the actual pedals.
Did you drill them in?
I did. I went through 3 drill bits putting those on.
Hey, that's the only way to do it though.
Yeah. Got the Nismo seats. Everything here is genuine Nismo. I don't do fake stuff. So these are Nismo seats and the 2000s, early 2000s era Willens harnesses. These are the 2-inch. They actually re-released them about 5 years ago in a 3-inch version, but these are the originals.
Nice, man.
I like to keep everything era specific. This car being a 98, I like the mid logo. So if you see the solid red, that's this era. That's the 90s.
Because they stopped doing the old logo right around like what, 95?
Yeah.
Early 90s. I know the 32s. There's some 33 parts out there for the Skyline guys.
The 330 steering wheel was one of those weird ones because it was an old logo but came with a mid logo horn button. So it was almost like an introduction to the new.
Hey, you get a, you know, you're getting best of both worlds, I guess.
Yeah. Then this guy here, I'll take it off because it's easier to see on camera. This was very difficult to find. The Nismo titanium neochrome shift knob. This was a hunt, and I paid a pretty penny, but you know what?
Dude, I love it. Sweet, man. I didn't even realize that was Nismo.
And I'm not one of those guys that if it's Nismo or it's expensive, don't use it. No way. Those pedals sell for like $1,000. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry for cursing.
I don't care.
Well, put them on your car. It's a car part. That's it. Same thing with the seat. Same thing with the steering wheel. Use it. Talking about Auto Salon, I took my work wheels gloves, got them signed at the Auto Salon booth. Met some really cool guys at work. They loved my wheels.
Dude, awesome, man. You were tearing it up in Tokyo. I was following your Instagram story. It was hard to keep up. You were all over the place.
We had 2 weeks, and there is no way that I'm going to Tokyo, for all I know, for the only time. Hopefully not, but I'm going to go all out. I did everything and anything I could think of. I have zero regrets. The only regret I have is that I'm going to have to wait until I save up enough to go back. But other than that, okay, let me show you around. We got the Work Equip 01 5-spoke wheels. These are long discontinued in 2006. People ask me all the time where I got them. I actually ordered them brand new from work right when they got discontinued. Wow. So they are 18 by 9 in the front with a plus 10 and 18 by 10 plus 17 in the rear. Okay. And what kind of fender is this? Okay, these are charge speed fenders, 20 millimeter over, and we've got the Craft Square carbon fiber side mirrors. Those are sweet. With the real carbon? Real carbon, yeah. The actual mirror with the carbon itself weighs almost nothing. I believe it. If I took this off, the only thing that weighs anything is the metal base. Definitely a nice touch, man. Got the rain visors. Well, smoke visors in Japan, but rain visors in South Florida. But yes, I like to have these because everywhere I go, sunroof goes on tilt, and rain visors help me out. Yo, my subscribers already know how I feel about the sunroof. Sunroof, the moment I go in the car, sunroof on tilt every time. It's way too hot in Miami. I even have functioning AC, but even still, sunroof is going on tilt right away. Oh yeah. For brakes, so I wanted to stay OEM with Nissan. Nissan is my heart. A lot of people go big brake kit, but it's hard to go big brake kit and still keep Nissan to the heart. I had 26 millimeter calipers from Z32, I had to upgrade to 30mm calipers from the Z32 in order to run this big brake kit adjustment, which pushes out the caliper so that you can run a 350Z rotor.
Okay.
So it takes up a lot more surface area, and my braking is significantly increased.
I believe it.
In the back, we run the Z32 rear caliper, color match Laguna Seca blue, of course.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nick for the paint. Appreciate that. So I like to keep it OEM. I have the JDM Silvia kooky front bumper with a Greddy lip.
How'd you source that?
Actually, now you can get them through the dealership.
Really?
Yeah, years ago when I first got the car, I tried to get one, and they were $600 used.
Oh wow.
Now you can go buy a kooky bumper brand new for $250.
From Nissan. From Nissan USA.
From Nissan.
That's
yes.
Crazy.
Yes.
I might have to get an S chassis.
Yeah, the Greddy lips are a little harder. You're probably going to wait about 5 months from Greddy because they ship from Trust in Japan. And they're pretty much a little bit more expensive than the bumper itself. These are discontinued, and I'm glad I got them when I did. These are the Fog Deletes. So these are where the fog lenses would go. I prefer it with the amber. It actually it makes it look like the turn signal's extended. It's a nice little little pop of color.
Definitely adds like a nice little JDM vibe.
Yeah.
Not saying you're going for, you know, JDM, but let's be honest, I
had the USDM front bumper for the first like 18 years of the car. I got bored of it, and it was time for a change. You know, when you've built the car up and it's been the way you like it for so long, you know, what else are you gonna do? I love my wheels. I'm not changing my wheels. I also have VSKFs, but when I put them on, all people ever did say was wear the Equipa ones. So you kind of get locked into it. So the color will always stay the same. I really love this color. If you want to talk about the motor a little bit, this is the original motor that came with the car. This is a KA24DE. Not
an SR20. You guys are used to seeing SR20s in my S chassis videos. No, this is the original K20 or KA24DE. The Honda guys are going to shoot me. They're like, K24? No, Cap.
No. Look, no hate for the Honda guys. Thank you very much for your coil packs. KA24DE has distributor with wires, which would normally come from here, but we were able to use the Honda K-Series coils paired with the wiring Specialties harness, and we run it all back there. So, you know, I try to keep the bay clean.
Dude, you could eat off of this. And I love how subdued the catch can is over here in the corner.
Yeah,
is that custom? Or
big shout out to Duke Fab for that.
Nice.
So Duke Fab actually owns an S14. He is a fellow S14 owner. He makes catch cans. I reached out to Duke Fab and I told him I had the wiper motor cover, which is also something that you don't see too often. And I said, does your catch can fit with the wiper motor cover? He said, measure what you need it to be and I'll make that custom. So that's a huge shout out to Duke Fab.
There's a way. Yeah, no, it looks sweet. It looks super clean.
It mounts to the factory location.
Oh yeah, and even the overflow reservoir.
Yeah, shout out to Chase Bays on that. Oh, I'm sorry, that one. Oh, okay, yeah, Circuit Sports. I thought you were talking about the power steering.
No.
So we got a Garrett GT3582R turbo paired to a Ground Zero equal length 304 stainless exhaust manifold. Ground Zero, I don't believe is in business anymore. That goes back to like 2007 when I bought that.
The OGs probably know.
Yeah. Well, what they basically did was they took a full race manifold and they improved on it in their eyes, and I thought it was a great job too.
Intake manifold,
intake
looking
manifold
good.
by Xcessive. It is polished. I wanted it to be to pop a little more, and if you see the dress-up bolts on it, the dress-up bolts really add a little color to it. Got the radium fuel rail with the Injector Dynamics 1700s. I run full E85, so I need to drink fuel constantly. I
was going to say, I smelled it. I smelled it when I was behind you.
If you watch me on Instagram, I'm all about the corn life.
All about the corn life.
Yeah.
I got to get on the corn life. There's no corn in Japan.
You do. Well, in Florida, at least, I don't know where you're going to be next, but in Florida, if you stay on the turnpike, you've always got corn.
Okay.
So
it's good to know.
I recently took the car up to Daytona, 5-hour drive.
Yeah, I saw that.
Planned out my stops, and that's it. I lived the corn life, man. I met a lot of cool people at every car stop. You know?
So is the KA24, is it thirsty with this turbo and your injectors and everything?
Yeah. I mean, as far as the motor itself, I probably get about 175 miles to a tank on the highway.
Okay.
And that's, you know, playing a little bit.
Yeah.
But other than that, I built the motor. It's got pistons and rods. It's got Wiseco pistons and Carillo rods. It's got a Cosworth head gasket. Brian Crowder stage 3 cams. Hold on a second. I actually have so many damn mods, it's hard to remember them all.
He's got the mod list.
Yeah, I gotta read off my mod list here for a minute. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget.
And we'll make sure we put it in the description below in case anybody's curious.
There you go. You cut me off whenever I've gone over too far. It's actually also drilled out for 11mm Evo head studs. Shout out to the Evos.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. The actual normal way to go is with the 10mm, but around 500 horsepower and above, I've heard rumors of the head lifting. So if you actually drill out the block and the head with time certs, and you use the Evo 11 millimeter head studs, you get a little better grip. So once you start going over that north of 500, you're good. The motor's been built for 600 horsepower. Big shout out to Armando Alvarez. You are my hero. He is one of my best friends. We slaved over this car in my garage for a year doing the motor up. He's also my tuner and a fellow KA turbo guy.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there is no interview I will ever do without thanking Armando. He's in my Super Street. Shout out, my hero, man.
Does he have a shop? Is he open up for business for KA guys, or is he just the homie?
Between me and the rest of his friends, he is quite busy all the time. He's not really a big Instagram guy. He does have an Instagram, but he's real low key about it.
Okay.
But
hey, Armando, nice work, bro.
Yes.
So do you have dyno numbers? Do you have official numbers? You don't have to disclose it.
No, it has not officially been on the dyno with the new setup. We have been street tuning it constantly. As I told you when you first pulled up, the car's on boost by gear.
Okay.
So currently it runs on an AM Infinity. It has 7 pounds of boost on first gear. Second, third, and fourth second gear we'll see 11. Third, fourth, and fifth currently see 18. That puts an estimate around 400, low 400s at the wheels, which is plenty fine for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've had the car as high as 23 pounds on the highway, and it's scary fast. I mean,
FHP, they're like, what?
No,
what?
I behave myself. Save it for the track.
No, Mexico's not too far from Florida. Don't worry.
That's right. Mexico's only 3 honks away. At full boost, when I cranked it, the estimate is 600 horsepower to the wheels. So that'd probably around 30 pounds of boost.
But dynos are usually pretty accurate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, it looks so good. I'm not gonna lie, I've seen some pretty clean engine bays in my, I guess, YouTube career, or like seeking out all these cars, but this is a beautiful, beautiful setup, and probably the only KA24 I've ever seen that's actually been botted up, I guess. I've seen a few. I had some buddies that had 240s back in the day, but they're all beat up and nothing.
I will tell you this. When you're KA, you're a magnet for the other KAs, because we're an underappreciated group. So the moment I see another KA, I'm all about the love. I say any post I see with KA is KT family all the time. I've seen quite a few KAs. I've never seen anyone, I guess, to this level, but I have seen higher horsepower ones that are just straight up track. You know, they maybe didn't go so much on the pretty, but the KA, to me, I mean, I'm all about power and making it look good. The KA was actually very difficult to make look good. It's not a pretty motor to start with. If you put your time in anything, you know, you can make it happen.
You did a good job.
Thank you.
For the record, phenomenal job, phenomenal. Is it done?
Is it done?
Is it done? Are you happy?
I would say no car is ever done. I mean, I try to say it's done, but you know, you drive it long enough, you get itchy for more boost, you get itchy for new wheels. You know, I'm always changing something.
So 22 years of ownership officially. Well, do you know?
Just over 21 now.
Just over 21.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. That's right. Because
I was driving S-Chassis since '96, but this is my baby for the last 21 years.
You've had this car longer than a majority of the people watching this video right now.
Most of the people that come to my meets, I could probably be their dad. Speaking of my meets, I've been hosting the S-Chassis and Skyline meets almost 20 years now. I started out with the S-Chassis because, believe it or not, before the drifting world really hit in the States in '03, I got my car mistaken for, hey, nice MX-6 pretty often. Nobody cared about, you know, nobody knew what Silvias were or anything like that. Right around 2003, drifting hit, D1 came to USA, and the next day it was, hey, do you drift, everywhere I went. So the world has changed. I've met hundreds of people over the years. I started including the Skylines into my meets because they never had a home. And about 5 or 6 years ago, I incorporated it, and now it's SFL 240SX for the S-Chassis and the Skylines. I had to show love.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen a lot of 32s and some 33s popping up on your Instagram posts right now.
About 6 or 7 years ago, we'd have them pepper in, 1 or 2. And they never had a home. And I knew what it was like to not have a home because the S-Chassis never had one. So the S-Chassis to me is the baby brother of the Skyline. The Zs kind of have their own heritage, but if you look at an R33, what does it look like? Well, Zenki looks like it.
Exactly.
And look at an R34, a Kuki kind of looks like it.
Yeah.
So it's the baby brother, and always want to show love to your heritage. So my meets are S-Chassis and Skylines, R32, 33, and 34. The GTR 35 guys, not technically being a Skyline, and they have their own group.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
S chassis, I do show love to S12s when they show up every now and then, and occasionally I get an R30 or an R31 even show up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good old DR30s, DR31s.
Yeah, beautiful, man.
And Kyle, I love the Omori factory plate cover.
Yes. Okay, so both Jason and I went and visited quite a few places, and we were both lucky enough to visit the Omori factory at the same time.
Yeah.
Different days.
Different
at the
days.
Same time. And when I went into Omori factory, I said to myself one thing: I have a ton of Nismo stuff, but what is only Omori factory? So I went up to the guys via translator and I said, "What do you guys sell that's only Omori factory?" And they had two things for sale. They said, "We've got this license plate frame or license plate cover," and they had the Omori factory red helmet bag, which I also purchased.
So you got
because
both. You got both.
When in Yokohama,
Yeah.
buy what you can.
Yeah. So I didn't have a Nissan though. So you had it. I've had a Nissan. If I had my 33, I would have gone crazy.
Oh, for
but
sure.
I was kind of carless at that point. You know, I was kind of still on the market, and ultimately I ended up with the Evo. But I could have gone broke. I could have gone broke there, 100%.
Yeah, I remember. You remember the strut bar, right?
Oh yeah.
With the gloves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You gotta put the gloves on before you even touch the strut bar.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. But Omori Factory, if you guys are ever in mainland Japan, if you're going to Tokyo, make the trip out to Yokohama. It's a quick little, like, what,
We
20?
drove.
You drove? Yeah, because you had the rental car.
Well, I actually rented the FD for the 3 days of Auto Salon so that we could go to the Shibuya meet and whatnot. I knew there was going to be something going on.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wanted to go on the Wangan, and you know, if you're going to be in Japan, be in Japan.
Yeah.
So you went and rented the S2000. I got the FD, also one of my favorite JDM cars of all time. S14 Kuki, FD3S, R34 GTR Z-Tune, which Omori Factory had. So
VIN number one.
No, zero.
Zero.
Zero. It doesn't even count as a chassis.
Yeah.
That was their baby. So that was like kid in a candy store. My wife literally sat down and she was just like, "All right, go."
She was a trooper.
She was.
I remember.
She was all about it. We both for a long time wanted to go to Japan together. The nice 14-hour flight. You know.
Hey, there's enough to do for everybody.
No, it's
Japan,
you have to.
Yeah,
you have to.
Japan, phenomenal country. Yes, I miss it already. I know you guys are gonna ask, like, "Hey, Cap, you miss?" Of course I do. Of course I do. I will be back though.
I had to do all I could with the 2 weeks we had. We actually started out in Chiba, went to Auto Salon all 3 days. Then we went over into Tokyo, and we stayed in main Tokyo and hit up all the places. We went to, you know, Shibuya. God, I mean, you name it. We went to it.
Shinjuku.
Oh man, everywhere. We went to Scramble Crossing. Stickered up quite a few places. Everything was great. Harajuku was probably our favorite.
Harajuku?
Yeah.
Did you get the cotton candy?
We did. Yeah. We did. We went to the Toddy Cotton Candy. My wife loved it. She took all her Instagram photos.
Oh yeah, that is like the social media haven right there.
Oh yeah. And anywhere in Harajuku, be ready for somebody to do something for Instagram. You know, people were buying the cotton candy just for Instagram and then throwing it away. It's a shame.
Yeah.
But that's the social media world, man.
Dude. All right, so we are losing a little bit of daylight right now. We are. But I mean, the colors. I love South Florida, especially in the summer, in the afternoon.
You know what you get though? You get the change in color, because Laguna Seca Blue is one of those colors that during the bright sun is a super different color than when it gets to dusk. And then if you saw this car indoors at a show, it would look like a much darker blue. So if I actually show you a couple different pictures, you'd be surprised.
I'm over here walking on the right side of the car.
Yeah. But watch here. I'll show you. This is always everybody's favorite. Watch right here. Because race car. So this is my BTI touchscreen canvas gauge. It gives me all the readouts of the computer. Anything you can think of, from boost to water, water temperature, oil pressure. If you even have this connected, you can even do G-forces. So it reads everything. Shout out to BTI. He's not really a super well-known person on Instagram, but he makes fantastic stuff. Great customer service. I mean, you got RPM, peak hold, anything you could ever want.
Now, I always ask everybody if we can get a startup. It's optional. We're gonna get a little startup for the boys, but I wanted to give you guys a little heads up. Kyle does have a YouTube channel, and dude, your fire extinguisher video?
Yes.
Great. It was great. I don't have a fire extinguisher, and I'm gonna get one as soon as I get the Evo.
It's here, right here in the passenger seat. You might want to check it out from the other side.
So what is the channel? Is it?
It's SFL240SX is my YouTube. Being the owner of this car for 20 years, I've got a lot of stories. I also do interviews, and I've got quite a bit of travel stuff as well. So keep an eye on the channel. About 7 videos currently, but I've got a whole new series I've already filmed that I'm editing right now. So look forward to meeting you guys on there. and thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely go check it out. Go hit that subscribe button. It's free 99. If you guys want to see more of this car, trust me, go do it. Dude, she sounds beefy for a 2.4 liter. Yeah. Is it stroked or is it?
No. Well, it's a 20 overboard. That's about it. Got up to that's Armando right there. Hashtag Eris Tunes.
Turbo's not going to suck this magazine up, is it?
I don't know. Maybe if I screw it up a little bit.
Very nice.
So one more thing, for anybody that thinks this might be a show car, I drive this car. I've taken this car to a standing mile. We've done 161 miles per hour together. I take this car.
You got a video on that?
I do. That's also one of my videos on the channel. I got a lot of stories, hoping to share them with you guys.
And then also we got to plug the Instagram. All his information. I'll put all the car spec information in the description below, as well as his Instagram. Here it is. If you didn't notice, it's on the hat too. I love the brand you're building, man. You're doing something for South Florida.
I've been trying, man.
Hey, West Coast, they've got their thing going, right?
It's hard to compete with Cali.
Yeah.
I mean, Cali's always had the scene. You know, if I can help make South Florida anything close to what the California guys have been doing, you know, I just want to pay homage to the scene, man. Between California and Japan, that's the real heart of JDM, and I just want to make Miami a little bit of that.
Dude, and I respect it 100% because I used to live here, right? And I had JDM cars, and it was so hard for me to find other guys with like common interests, and there wasn't really like a big scene. A lot of muscle cars in Miami, a lot of supercars, a lot of Lambos, Ferraris, Porsches.
Miami has no shortage of money.
Yeah, that's true.
I wish I had more of it, but I do with what I can.
And we're actually at the Homestead Speedway, where they hold the NASCAR Championship Finals every year in November. I don't know, well, NASCAR is still going on right now.
I actually don't follow NASCAR too much. I mean,
you just know the traffic gets crazy in November around here.
I don't even bother to come anywhere near Homestead during the NASCAR event.
This is all RV parking and vehicle parking, like all these big grass fields. There's a whole bunch on the other side. But what's really cool is on the weekends, they hold a bunch of events down here. And I always come down here.
Yeah, I've been to...
and I go and check out, you know, HDP events, motorcycle racing. They're shooting videos all the time here, documentaries, you name it. So this track's awesome. And it's right here, just south of Miami.
The couple times that I've actually come to Homestead Speedway with friends, I've actually got to take the car on a couple parade laps. Really? One parade lap to which they actually let me go in the bank. So that was quite the experience to be sitting at like some 45-degree angle.
Yeah, I've sat up in the grandstand all by myself before watching a documentary get filmed. I was just up there just hanging out and they had a Le Mans car.
I mean, I've had my share of motorsports culture. You know, I went to JGTC D1 in 2004 in California. I got to meet all the drifters. They signed one of my shirts. I got Smokey from Top Secret, Tsuchiya, any of those guys from that day. Super cool. I had a buddy of mine, shout out to Antonio Alvendia. We hopped on his golf cart. He speaks Japanese. Drove around to everybody and went one by all the drivers, and they signed my shirt.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So,
hey, speaking of Top Secret, George, to be off the record, but George is getting a Top Secret Supra at Bruma. Said next month.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
They've got some good stuff over there. And good people.
Oh yeah.
People.
Oh yeah. George and
they were actually at Auto Salon as well.
I know. I saw him.
You met him there.
I didn't know you knew him.
Yeah, I did. I mean, it's a small world.
All right, guys. We're running out of daylight, unfortunately, but that's gonna do it for today's video. Kyle, thanks for taking the time. Finally.
A year in the making.
A year in the making.
A year in the making, and meeting up in Japan. And we finally did the video back in Miami.
Yeah, right. I've been here for a few weeks now, and I've just been bumming it. I'm like, please, I need some car stuff in my life. I need something to feature, please. And he finally gave in. A year in
the making. We finally got the schedules to work. We ran out of sunlight. Maybe we'll do a second video in the future.
Oh yeah, because I'll be down. We're literally like, what, 3 exits away?
That's it, man. We got each other's contact information.
Like I said, go follow him on Instagram. Go follow him on YouTube. I'll put all that information down below. Go do it. And stay tuned for the next video. I'll catch y'all later.